So I am Bryan Pajarito. I am an associate professor at the Department of Chemical Engineering, University of the Philippines Diliman. I'm also the founder and head of Polymer Research Laboratory. Actually, I started my research way back 2007 as a master's student. I had my master's and PhD or Doctor of Engineering at the Ubuichi Laboratory, Department of Chemical Engineering, Tokyo Institute of Technology in Japan. So at that time, my topic was on polymer composites. And during that time, I started working, doing research, and also writing papers on polymer composites and fillers. And then after I graduated last 2012, I established this laboratory. And I began my work and contribution on fillers and additives. Actually, to be specific, fillers for polymer reinforcement. At that time, actually, my Japanese sensei picked the topic for me. Actually, he chose the topic for me. And there is actually an advantage for that. Because when we start doing research, most of the time, we only have a small background or little background on the research topic that we want to work on. So at that time, my sensei provided the research topic. First, you have to identify the problem, research problem. And then, after you identify your research problem, you have to read a lot of papers. You actually have to review a lot of results, publications, conference proceedings related on that problem. And then, you propose a solution to that problem. Actually, most of the problems that are being studied for research are actually, they come from fellow scientists, fellow researchers. They can also come from problems from the industry. So for my case at that time in Japan, I'm working on problems related to other scientists. But for now, I mean, at UP Diliman, I'm working on problems related to the industry. Resources. Number one is resources. You should have resources to do research. No? The second one is technical knowledge. Technical knowledge is something that you acquire as you age and as you go on with research. For natural resources, of course, during my stay in Japan, of course, my Japanese sensei provided all the materials necessary for me to do the research. But after I graduated and after my return to UP Diliman, I started applying for research grants for research projects. And these projects provided the resources for me to do research. Actually, I think if your aim is profit, if your aim is profit, you really do not need research. But if you want, development, if you want national development, you really have to invest in research, because by research, you will be able to produce new products, create new products that can be commercialized. For me, the youth right now are actually bold, fearless, and a little careless when doing research. And that is actually an advantage, because they have the initiative, they have the confidence, they are also creative, they are also good in time management, and that will be very advantageous in doing research. That is something that the previous generation lacks in terms of doing research, in terms of doing something.
So basically, yun lang po yung gist ng interview. But anyway, do you have any message you want to impart on researchers, especially in the young ones?
Sana maraming mag-research, no? Sana marami, kasi yung research nagsisimula kasi sa college. And usually, I mean, for example, sa case ninyo, you started your research actually on 4th year or 5th year, no? For your thesis. Sana after that, maraming mag-research, no? Maraming mag-develop ng products, maraming mag-contribute sa science kasi makakatulong talaga siya sa development ng Pilipinas. No? We really have to develop something original, something that can be derived from our country, something that can be derived from the local resources. And that is something that we are doing right now.